Good afternoon, my name is Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1016 Northeast 79th Avenue in Portland, Oregon. We're located at the front of the home. There is a 4-inch cast iron cleanout. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. We're going to have to check here at the end. I was running the kitchen sink and was not seeing water flow past the camera. I now have the bathroom sink on, and I know that the toilet and sink do come through this part of the line here. So here we go. And it transitions here at 3 feet to 6-inch concrete pipe. Now back there at that 90-degree turn, does it like there is a 1 or 2 holes that have worn through the concrete? We're going to take a look at this on the way back once the water is drained out. It looks like there's something growing across the top of the pipe there. It's very difficult to discern because of its color. We do have a Y junction here. Okay, and here at 50 feet out, we have reached the main lateral. I'm going to get the water turned off and let it drain out completely and try and figure out what the Y connection is for. We've had the line drained out now for about 10 minutes. I want to point out that right here at the very end of the line, you can see where there's kind of a divot wearing on the left side of the screen. You can see that section of the pipe there that's wearing out. Why it's wearing out like that, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm seeing a reasonable amount of that throughout the line where the pipe is wearing very thin and in some places has actually broken through. That would appear to be out in the street. hasn't broken through yet. I'm going to turn the kitchen sink on here in just a moment to see if we get water running through here. I'm also going to locate and see where this Y connection's at. Now, I just went and located the camera head here, and picking it up out in the street, there's already some paint markings out there showing a Y diagram. So I'm going to pull back here a little bit, just double check my locates. Now, this does appear to be a party line. I've tried knocking at the neighbors. There was no answer, and I'm specifically talking about the house that's directly to the left of this home. If you're looking at the face of the house, and the Y diagram out in the street, I'm not sure if that was done by the city. It certainly looks like a city marking, so you can 90% be sure that this is in fact a party line situation here. And it would appear that the house to the left of this one would be the host line, as this one is Y connecting onto it. So I would recommend contacting the city and see what they want the homes to do. From this point, it's kind of up to them to see if the lines need to be reconfigured and how to go about that. At this point anyway, the concrete pipe is in relatively rough shape. There's a couple spots where the line is obviously getting worn thin, and there's also some separated joints. And there's also, towards the beginning of the line, there are two holes right through the side of the pipe. So it's at a point where it needs to be updated anyway. Unfortunately, it does look like it's a party line, but I would contact the city to confirm that. Here's another spot where the joints are separating. And then here is the other where this looks like possibly a joint right here my camera's sitting at that's separating, and then right here it looks like a hole has worn right through the side of the pipe. So that's definitely going to need to be taken care of. So the line's at a point where it needs to be updated and redone, but there's also the party line situation on top of it. I just went and started up the kitchen sink. I had forgotten to do that, so I'm going to push back out here to this Y connection and see if the kitchen sink is draining out through there. I don't see water from that sink coming through the clean out here. Now, we've had the kitchen sink turned on full blast now for about 5 minutes. It does look like we've got a joint that's separated enough here. It looks like possibly we've got some roots or something. There's something green there in between the joint. Not sure if that's a root coming through or not. And the only fixture that is running in the house currently is that sink. It looks like a really small amount of water is moving across the bottom of the pipe there. I don't know if that's just water my camera's moving around. So I'm going to see if I can find anywhere where the water is running and then disappears at. And even back here still, I've got the sink running full blast, so we should see a steady stream of water coming through here. I'm not sure if we have an offset joint here or if a root's coming through. but something's causing that water to dam up there, and I'm hitting it, and it's not really moving or deforming, so it looks like it would either be a concrete lip from the pipe becoming offset, or from a root protruding up through that joint there. And I still do not see any constant water flow from the kitchen sink, so there's kind of a myriad of issues here to get resolved. The kitchen sink, I don't see flowing anywhere on camera at any point in the sewer line, at least from the foundation out to the main lateral. We've got a party line, it appears, that's connecting out in the street about a few feet beyond the curb that the city needs to take a look at. In most situations, a party line usually, especially being a host, which this home I'm scoping does appear to be the host, often have to reconfigure their whole sewer line. So it's I gotta get in contact with the city and see what they need to do here. But I also recommend having a plumber come out to see where the heck the water's going from the kitchen sink. It's been running for 10 minutes now. I don't see any water flowing on camera. I'm just about to pull the camera head out. I just kind of wanted to go over the issue one more time. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I think the most important thing here is it looks like there's a party line, and in most situations that requires a line reconfiguration. So the other issues are kind of neither here nor there compared to what the main issue is. But there is a hole in the pipe at about 17 feet out, possible roots at 7 feet, Y connection at 38 feet. That's the most significant. It does appear to be a party line, so contact the city and see where we have to go from there.